Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this special edition of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. I'm so excited about this episode we are filming here today. I have one of my really good friends, Omar Altakori. We call him Altec, and he is a international, world-renowned speaker. He is a business coach, and he is part of the Think Media team that is well known throughout the YouTube space. Their channel has acquired over 1.5 million subscribers. Omar is one of the brains, one of the masterminds behind everything they do. So what an honor it is to have you here on the show, Omar, today.
I'm super pumped, and Steve's energy is always times 10 mine, but let's get into it.
Hey, so look at this. I have been around Omar where he's done coaching to real estate agents that want to build their influence and their business in our space in real estate. And so I've seen so many real estate agents reach out to him and acquire his coaching when it comes to video, social media marketing, and building out what many would call a YouTube studio, kind of like this and so on, you know? And so that's just in the real estate space. Obviously, he does so much more than that and so on. But today, this channel is geared towards real estate agents. And so I invited him on because number one, I truly care about you as a real estate agent, and my heart is to continually be able to help you build your business and your online influence using video and social media. And so we want to bring the best on here, and we have one of them here today. So Omar, with that long-winded introduction, look at this. I have a question for you this afternoon, and let's start with this. Okay, why should real estate agents be using video in 2020 and beyond in their real estate business?
Definitely the number one reason is just because of modern day marketing. I think a lot of times people aren't caught up with the times, and some people are spending a lot of money trying to advertise themselves through archaic ways. And by all means, I mean, I think if you want to reach those types of people, then you'll reach those types of people. But I would actually challenge that you don't want that kind of customer, the customer that is reached through mail and cold phone calls. You want somebody who works with people that they like. You want somebody to work with you because they like you. You want people to work with you because they know you, and not just because they associate you just to real estate and they have zero connection and zero relationships to be able to find the right person for them. So I say all that to say that you're always marketing no matter what you're doing. Whether you're doing bad marketing, whether you're doing no marketing, or you're actually doing effective marketing. And I think when it comes to video, and Steve talks about this a lot, and I believe it, but like that you're creating meetings with you without having to physically be there. And what I mean by that is when people in your world and in your sphere know and can relate you as a real estate agent, then that's what marketing is at the thought of something, do you come up when it makes sense? When somebody thinks of you, do they say, oh yeah, that's my friend, he's a real estate agent? Or do they not know what you're doing? Or is he or she just another real estate agent? No, this is like he shows up, this is what he does, and we've put together a course, and it should be dropping pretty soon, but we talk about the idea that that this is a existing relationship before you actually meet them in person. So instead of doing a cold call, you're actually getting a warm call, and they know who you are and they know what you're about. But I think the most powerful thing when it comes to marketing is that it makes sense. We teach something at Think Media called market, message, match. So all that means essentially is that the message you're putting out matches the marketing you're doing. And so I think a lot of people who try to build an influence online, they usually find themselves accidentally building something they didn't want to be known for. But if you want to be known for a real estate agent, then showing what you're doing on a day to day is powerful. And that doesn't mean flexing. That means just showing your processes. Like, I love how Steve just shows that he's showing off homes today. Like, it's just another day in the office. But when I think about real estate agents who are killing it, there's a handful I follow, but I think about Steve because he's consistent and he's showing up through video. He's also not always selling. I think that's just something to keep in mind. Is it's not to promote. It's just telling people what you're doing. I think sometimes we can get caught up in this reality that you have to show that you're doing something, like you're closing deals and you're doing things like no, man, you're just showing houses. This house is pretty tight. Do you like this house, guys? Like, I kind of prefer white cabinets over others, things like that. So I think the reason why you should long-winded answer after the long-winded intro is the reason why you should be doing online video is so that when people see you and meet you, they're not meeting you for the first time. It's not a cold call, but there's actually been a relationship that's been developed over quite some time. I don't know if you've ever felt like you've known somebody before they even met them because you follow them on Instagram or social media, but you could be that person when it comes to real estate. And I'm telling you, it's so powerful to build a business that way because you're working with people that know and like you. Like it's also you're not trying to fight for customers that don't know who they're working with. You're fighting with people that like choose to work with you. And I think there's something powerful about that. Like that they, and I know that, you guys do like open houses to get cold clients, which like is a strategy, but it's usually so much better when there's just synergy, chemistry, and people want to work with you versus like, yeah, we don't have a real estate agent. Well, I mean, I'm available, like that's not what should be the everyday, right? But it's just a process. But I don't know if is that helpful?
Oh, that is incredible. We actually talk about it, and the way we also put it is it's the handshake before a handshake ever even takes place.
Right.
That's the power of online video. It's all about the relationship that is built long before you ever meet face to face. All right, so look at this. We went on Instagram here and we threw out a questionnaire to see if anybody had some questions about tech and or marketing and so on. And so I have a real estate agent here that asked, okay, how many times should I be posting either on YouTube, on Instagram, or Facebook?
YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Yeah, for sure. I think the best place to start off is when posting on YouTube, I would recommend one quality upload a week. There's a lot of people in our community that I ask, like, what if I can upload every day? I think in anything, if you can do something, doesn't mean you should. So with YouTube, it's best if you just put a lot of energy into one video a week. One way we actually, if you wanted some video ideas, what are the most frequently asked questions you get as a real estate agent with first-time home buyers, with just, finances in general? Like, don't think of it as you're making another video that's competing with other people on YouTube, but you're making a video that's going to serve your potential customer. So if somebody reaches out and says like, hey, how do I go about XYZ? I would check out this video. I did a video on it. Let me know if you have any questions. Dude, if you can answer their questions, I bet you they'd be more inclined to work with you. Even if they don't work with you, guess what? You've just educated them on something that's a big deal. So YouTube, I would encourage one upload a week. On Instagram, I would actually encourage you post anywhere from 3 to 10 times a day on stories. Usually I'm not the best at this. Maybe there's a little bit of insecurities. I was actually talking to Steve the other day about how does he wake up in the morning and the first thing he can like put his face in front of a camera and make a funny face. That just means he's more secure than I am. But I think on Instagram, it's stories is just powerful because the likelihood is I forget like the number necessary per se, but most people respond to stories. More likely than you doing an actual post that just, is information based. But stories, if you're showing off something, dude, it usually just inclines a question. So I would say 3 to 10 times on stories. Let's just say 5 to 10 times on Instagram stories. Then when it comes to Facebook, I don't know if there's like a true thing I know Facebook's pretty powerful when it comes to Facebook when it comes to real estate, because there's just a lot of demographic wise on there. But I would just say when you feel like it on Facebook, I don't think there's a real like too much, too less on Facebook. But I do know that Instagram stories, daily uploading there, and then on YouTube, you want at minimum a quality upload a week. And then it also gives, you want to be predictable, right? You know, if people know you're going to show up every Tuesday at 9 a.m. On YouTube, you're building a group of people that are waiting for you to show up. And that's pretty powerful. And that's what we've seen on Think Media, which we've graduated to a place of 5 quality videos a week because of the team, the resource, and the ability to do so. And we felt with like the times we're living in that more people need more help. And so, but when people starting off, for sure, 1 video a week.
On that note, also this too, check this out. So like, funny thing about me, okay? So I used to be very self-aware about when I would post, and something I love about Omar and what he does on social media, he doesn't worry about that.
For sure.
Like I was wanting to post a picture earlier this morning, and then I said, oh my gosh, it passed 9 a.m., it's 11 a.m. And Omar's like, who cares? Just post your picture. And I think that's, so many times we put too much stress on us that we have to fit a certain box to have the effectiveness we think that will bring. But in essence, I think that one of my favorite quotes Omar says is about
it's
being,
not a favorite quote then.
What? No, it is. It's about being a perfectionist. Remember that quote?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the thought I have in that regard is that perfection is the ingredient for paralysis. So every time you're trying to go for the perfect thing, the perfect time to upload, the perfect post, chances are you're just not going to do it. And we need you being consistent. We need you posting. We need you being messy and just going out there and doing the thing. But yeah, I've just found more than anything, when you try to have the perfect anything, it usually will prevent you from actually posting at all. And so don't let it paralyze you. Don't let perfection paralyze you.
I love that. Omar also says, done is far better than perfect.
Yeah, I stole that from Sean though. But yeah, done is better than perfect. Just upload it, just post it, and just let it go. I think one thing a lot of the times too is we think that everyone's gonna see our post. Everyone's gonna see the thing that we're uploading, and the chances are, if you're just starting out, I'm telling you right now that nobody's gonna see it. And then when you're deep in it, 1.5 million subscribers, people are saying like, hey, what camera should I buy? And I'm like, bro, we have a full-blown playlist on the camera you should buy, when it comes, what to do with the settings, how to vlog with it. And the reality is people are just gonna meet you for the first time. And so thinking that you're gonna be reaching everybody with your posts is not the reality. And so if it helps maybe it's discouraging, but I think it should help you to know that not everybody's gonna see this. You could probably post it again in a month from now and nobody will notice. And we just need to stop caring more about perfection, for sure.
All right, so Lucas, here is another question. Should I be doing live video?
100%. I think yes. The answer is yes. Should you be doing video? Yes. Should you be doing live video? Yes. Should you shoot and edit video? Yes. I think anything in regards to putting yourself out there is great. I do think that there's a muscle that comes with showing up live. This is something I've experienced even recently this year. Is I'm actually, on a monthly, I'll do a live training on Think Media on a specific subject, and I'll prepare slides in advance. I got my lighting all set up, and then I go live and I'm answering questions, but I'm also teaching in live. And there is something mental that's different about that. And I think where the world is going, especially where platforms are more suitable to being able to go live stream, if you have that muscle worked out, when that time comes, you're gonna thrive because you'll be able to put out more content because you got your reps in. And so, yes, I think you should be doing live video for sure.
I love that response about having the muscle. One of the things that I love about shooting a video and then editing after is so many people aren't used to being in front of a camera.
For sure.
So it's probably best for you to start off with video that is edited, so that you're not doing what so many people that hop on lives and waste the first 4 minutes doing and here I am, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, and like, honestly, that's not really effective. I love what you said. I think that, you know, being able to go live is a muscle you build.
For sure.
It's a skill that you have to you have to develop over time, so that you're not doing it in a way that's ineffective.
Right.
So I love that. Look at this. Someone asked here, what type of video is best for real estate agents?
The type of video that is best for real estate agents, I think, is educational videos. The type of video,
love that.
educational videos. To be honest with you, I bought my first house when I was 21, and I used, you know, someone who was at my church who is well known, and he doesn't really work with first time home buyers because he kind of like graduated that, but like because he loved me and my wife, he's like, for sure, I'll help you guys with the process. And then so actually came around 5 years later where we were ready to upgrade, and I should have actually hit him. I should have hit him back up, but I didn't, because I didn't talk to him in almost 4 years after we bought that house. And the person that I reached out to was an old friend from high school who was just posting, you know, updates of houses in the area. And honestly, it was nothing more. I didn't even try to want to work with him necessarily. I was just like, dude, you're doing such a good job. Like, I'm finding your videos really helpful, and I'm not even in the market. And he's like, dude, how are you? And we grabbed coffee. He told me where the market was at. And you know, my wife was pregnant at the time. And he's like, and just be honest with you, it is a good time right now if you wanted to upgrade, because you get the most for your house, and then you get the most house out of that sale, because, you know, you bought your first house for the very low price. And he was a rookie and a newbie, but because he was posting videos on Facebook and he was showing up, and I was interested, and I'll talk about it in just a second, but he hit me then, and I wasn't even in the market. And when it came time, he was obviously the go-to person that I went with. Wow. And I know Steve talks about this 90% rule, where educational videos, you're not educating the people who are already in the market. You're educating people who aren't yet in the market. You're educating people who
Correct.
Are potentially thinking about selling. They currently have their home, but you're also educating the person that's potentially going to buy a house, which is 90% of people. Whereas 10% of people who are already in the process, trying to reach them is going to be ineffective.
Yeah.
And they've already selected the person they're most likely going to work with. And so wasting your time, energy to try to convince them to work with you. And that's the other thing about educational content. If you just start posting valuable educational videos, you're no longer going to have to convince people to work with you. Like, it's just going to be a natural connection people have with you, because you're the source of knowledge. And because there's a weird thing that happens when you put out educational content, it psychologically puts you in a more authoritative position. Whether you're a new real estate agent or not, people are going to be like, he's the one who's producing videos. He obviously knows what he's talking about, and it looks good. It's professional, regardless of whatever camera you use, but you're just showing up consistently, giving educational, valuable content video. And like, the chances are you don't have to convince people to work with you after that.
I love that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this special edition of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. If you want to ask Omar more questions as to, you know, what you should be doing when it comes to video in your real estate business, whether it's, you know, what camera you should use, how do you purchase what we have here, set it up, etc. I am going to post all his information in the links down below. Omar out to Corey. And so just follow him on, he's on Instagram, subscribe to his personal YouTube channel, and add him as a friend on Facebook. He's on every social media platform. Omar, thanks so much for being here on the show today.
Dude, super fun.
Fire. Thanks.
That was tight.
Yeah or no?
I don't know how do you... Yeah, stop it.